Hi everyone, it's Alexandra. Hope you're having a beautiful day. So today's video is your family's culture. And this idea I come back to often just to remind myself of what's important for me and my family. And I think it's great for families just to reflect on this. I think nowadays we can have access to so many different blogs and Instagram and just different ideas around what our family culture should be like, or this family does that and maybe we should do that. And we get really excited about it, but I think it's also getting centered and grounded into what's truly authentic for us and for our family. Of course, something may sound like super awesome and maybe that's a goal that you want to go for. And sometimes, like, I get excited. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that sounds really cool. Like nature journaling. Like, yeah, let's do nature journaling. I'm not really a nature journaler. I don't really like to draw. My kids don't really like nature journaling. Like, in concept, it sounds like a beautiful idea, and these kids have these beautiful nature journals. I'm like, you know what? Let's just go for a walk. Like, that's my nature. That's my nature journaling. Let's just walk. So I think we just need to get clear. And anytime that we're feeling like we're reaching out, and I have to do this often, of being overwhelmed or feeling like I'm not doing enough or that I should do something differently, because there's so many different ways to do family, which I love. Like, you could have a farm, you could travel the world, you could live in the city, you could, schooling wise, you could do unschooling, or you could do classical learning, you could focus on the arts, you could focus on health and fitness. Like, there's so many different ways of being together as a family. And I think it's good just to have your strengths and know what you guys love to do, what you love to do, what your favorite things are, what your virtues are, what do you value, how do you want to spend your time, when do you guys have the most fun, what do your kids love to do, what do you love to do, and like letting go of ideas of how family life should look, and you start looking at your family as it is, because we all are awesome and our families are all so unique. When I get to know families, I'm like, that's so cool that you do that. Or I just am so fascinated because we're, a group of people and we're all different, yet there's like an ethos. And I think that's important for kids and for the family unit to have the culture that, like, this is important to us. For us, our company's Optimize. So optimizing is very important for us, like moving and eating well, sleeping and things like that, mindset and creativity and reading books and things like that are really big on our list. There's a lot of things that are not big on our list, and I'm totally okay with that. And I think we just need to be cool with what our family's passion and interests are, and then run with it. And anytime that you're feeling those gremlins coming up of, oh, I should do it like that, or I'm overwhelmed, or am I doing it right, or am I doing it enough, come back to what's unique about your family, what you love, what you notice in your kids. And then also this also comes back to connection, which I love, the idea of connection to yourself, and then connection to your kids. Like, it's great to be inspired by the world, and I am like a lover of wisdom, and I'm so curious. I love to learn. But coming back to like, okay, when do I feel really good? What do I love to do with our kids? When do I see my kids light up? When do I feel like we're really thriving as a family? Being willing to experiment and try different things. But then I think at the end of the day, we all know what feels good with us for our family culture and the things that we want to cultivate. Like, what are the things that you want your kids to learn? And I'm super passionate. I want my kids to learn how to make their own food and to eat healthy and to get a good night's sleep and self-care and have a mindset and be like a passionate learner and being curious like I have, and being a lover of nature, being outside and connected to nature and connected to their authentic self, and meditation. Like, these are things that I want my children to be exposed to. Like, those are important for me. Yes, there's other things that are important, but I want them really to focus on their authentic creativity and self-expression, and me supporting them in whatever they feel called to be and do, and then supporting them into going out and finding the resources so that they can do that. So that's what I get excited about, and that's kind of how we roll. We're disciplined, but also super flexible, and I like that about us. Like, we have a total rhythm to our day, yet it's very open. And that's not for every family either. Some families are like, no, we like to have everything super scheduled, and they have the calendars everywhere, and they're awesome. I look at some moms out there who like calendar and like super organized. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. That is not how I operate. But I love it. And that's part of your family culture. So I think we can miss things that we're really good at, things that we like, that just come natural to us as a family and as mothers and parents. That other people look at and they're like, wow, that's amazing that they do that. So I think this video is really just coming back to what's amazing about you, what's amazing about your family. Get it down on paper. What do you value? Just look for how you're unique and celebrate those things, especially when you're not feeling super awesome about your whole family culture, or if you're doing enough. And I know there's so many people that are homeschooling now that didn't want to be homeschooling. So this is really just a way to get clear, to kind of clear all the inspiration and all the noise, and just hone in on what are your essentials, and then focus on those. And if you focus on those when you're with your kids, you're winning. Like, that's a win. So I'm all about supporting us in focusing on our essentials and also winning. We want to win with ourselves and with our kids and create a life that we love and that is authentic. So that's personally, and then also as a family. So I hope that some ideas in here were helpful. I'd love to hear about your family rhythm, your family culture, like what's important to you. I think it's always so interesting to see what's important to different families. So that's it for today. Sending you and your family big love and blessings. Mwah.